Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kim. Tonight's video is going to feature the second half of our stock up haul. You're going to see items that I believe, it's been a couple of weeks since I edited it. I could have run them all together. It would have been like a 30-minute video, so I wanted to split it up a little bit. So I created the video and edited it about 2 weeks ago, but it is going to be at least 16 or 17 minutes long, and it's going to feature items that we haven't had in our household for quite a while, bulk items that we bought based on the unit price, and some pantry items. And so my next video is going to show you our little pantry, and as I go along and as I buy things for the pantry, it'll definitely show you how I build the pantry up, where I buy the items, what I'm going to use the items for, and what they cost at the current prices. So that's just going to be a little project of mine. I know I've been asked several times, when I went out and like bought a 5-pound bag of flour or whatever, how on the earth could you run out of flour, buy it in bulk and such? We actually don't eat a lot of sweets. I don't do a lot of baking. I only have my husband to bake for. We don't eat a lot of snacks, so our pantry wouldn't contain stuff like that. So when I do go out and buy pantry items, it's usually just a couple of condiments, some crackers, some chips, some flour, sugar, salt, stuff like that. And that's just about the sum of it. But as I get into more whole foods cooking, homemade cooking, and learn to bake different items, and there's a few things that my husband and I actually want to try, I will be building that into my pantry. And again, I'll have videos that will be showing that. So I hope everyone's doing well. The weather is agreeable in your area. In this next week, it's going to be in the 40s and 50s with sun. Some of the birds that migrated south are back today. Soon the red-winged blackbirds will be back. So that's what it's like here in Wisconsin. We're heading out to do a little grocery shop. It's Friday afternoon, the weekend, going into the weekend before our 29th wedding anniversary. So hope you're all well, be safe, and I'll see you again. Okay, this is some stock up that we did this month, plus we renewed our Sam's membership because we did find items in Sam's today that some of them a couple times larger than the size we currently buy, that beat the price at Walmart. So the main things that we always went, and why we didn't find it that great of a deal, was we would pay our $42 membership, and years ago we used to buy everything because we were big on bulk, and then we would just come home and break it down. But we've since gone way past that to realize other stores also sell those products and at a much better unit price. But one thing we could never find better are Q-tips. And so, yes, we do use Q-tips. I don't see a whole lot of people ever say they use them, or I don't believe I've ever even seen them in a haul. But we do use Q-tips, and someone else must too, because they're often out of stock. We buy 1,750 Q-tips, normally for $9.98. Now, they weren't always that price, but in the last couple of years they've been $9.98. This much would last us 4 months. But today when we were there, they were on sale for $5.98, so we bought 3. So we basically have a year and probably a year and a half's worth at a big savings. Now we hope they're not going out of stock. So, got those. Second thing we always went there for was garbage bags. Could never find anything in comparison. So we got two 200 bag boxes. So, and that's the kind that we use, and those, how much are those? $17.98. And we go through one trash bag about every 2, sometimes 3 days. So, that will last us a considerable time. Well, the rest of this year and quite a ways into next year. But again, when we first went there, we put this stuff in the cart, thinking we weren't going to renew our membership. And razors is the last thing. We've always bought this box. We started buying, it was 12 something, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of money, because you could get them you get like a 10 or a 12 pack at Walmart for a couple bucks. But like I said, we were crazy about being, unit price and buying these big boxes of stuff and breaking it down. So we would just go ahead and buy these. Now, 52 razors, and these are for me, will last me well over a year. Because I don't use one a week. If I take one of these, it will last 3 weeks. So I've got a lot of razors. Now, These razors are generally $32 now. Like I said, they used to be so cheap. But today, they were on a sale for $23. I was tempted to get two, but then that would just be having too much in the house. So that's the three things that we always went to Sam's for, and we were hesitant to ever give our membership up. Then my husband found these Dove Men Care. He wanted to get some soap to kind of stock up because he was down to the last 2 bars. So this is 14 bars of Dove for men, something he hasn't had for a long, long time. And that was $11.98. And then the regular soap that he uses, I think it's a 4-pack for like $7 or $8. It's pretty expensive wherever else we would go. But at Sam's, $14.98 for 20 bars. So both of those soaps will last a considerable time. I think he said he goes through a bar like every week or every 10 days. So then I found my lettuce that I always buy at Walmart, only it's twice as big at Sam's. And what did I pay for it? I think I paid the exact same price. No, I paid less. This lettuce, which is twice the size of what I get at Walmart, was $3.88 at Sam's. And I don't know if it's always there, but I guess the next time we go, we shall see. Carrots, this big bag of carrots, which actually looks really nice, and they're not these huge, humongous carrots, were $3.48. So that beat Walmart's price. Roma tomatoes, they beat where I usually buy. They were 69 cents. I bought 2 of them. These bags of Haas avocados were $2 for 5 of them. Got a 24 count of peanuts for my husband's lunch. He's trying to transition from chocolate and sugar to something that is healthy. Now, the honey roasted peanuts aren't, but the salted and the salted cashews are. And the 24 count was $10 and something, $10.88. And then he drinks this cappuccino. He buys 1 of those a year. French vanilla and I don't know what that is. So I don't even see it on here. But usually it's like $6 or $7. So that will last a whole year. It is 3 pounds of it. Got these 2 loaves of French bread, $3.98. So we'll put those in the freezer. And then instead of buying the cabbage, we've been buying it for a little red one and a little green one. And he's been taking a couple of servings a week to work. I just bought this whole bag of coleslaw, and I make my own dressing, and that was $2.22. I mean, you just can't beat that, 2 pounds of it. So that was what we bought at Sam's. Went to Target, and I wanted to get some Dial soap, so we bought this bigger container for $5.98. The little small containers, because it's the only soap I use, small containers for 88 cents were on clearance, and then the bars were 3 something. And then we got smaller laundry detergent because the larger ones were out of stock. So we got small up and up, 64 loads. We can probably get 90 loads out of each. Those were $7 and we'll say 98 cents. Got a brownie mix for $2.68, some carpet cleaner or upholstery and carpet cleaner, and some carpet cleaner. Our kitty does get sick once in a while, and the carbona is the only thing that works. And then, of course, 7th generation, $5.99, and that's what I clean our bathroom with. And the toilet paper was still on special for $14.99. So that was our Target haul. Okay, we did pick up some meat this time when we went shopping again, so we got 2 of the packages of the Gerber's Amish Farm breast tenders. I think if you've watched any of my videos, you've heard me mention that I make my own chicken tenders. It was something that I used to look forward to every birthday, every anniversary. We would always go out and have homemade pizza, or not homemade pizza, restaurant pizza, and chicken tenders at a restaurant in Wisconsin Dells. And I think the pizzas at that time were like $12 to $15, and they were considered the best around. And then the chicken tenders were, I don't know, $3.99, $5.99. Since probably around 2019, 2020, the pizzas have gone up to $25 for the same exact pizza, and the chicken tenders have gone down in quality. And I think the last time we were there, we got five for, I want to say $16, and it was our anniversary because we actually always choose to go out for pizza and chicken tenders on our anniversary. And after that, whenever that was, I was done. Was never ever going to pay that much again. So I just take these chicken tenders and I dip them in some egg yolk that has a little bit of milk in it and salt and pepper, and then through flour, and then through the egg yolk, and then through flour again, and cook them on the stovetop in a little bit of butter, and they melt in your mouth. They are way better than anything I've ever tasted. And I've been eating chicken tenders for over 30 years. Never tasted anything as good as homemade. And as far as pizzas, all of our pizzas are homemade, unless we get invited out with somebody, and then it might be a local pizza place, but that's it. I way prefer homemade pizza that cost me, $3.50 for a large pizza than anything we could buy anywhere else. So I got 2 packages, and each package was $8.32, and the price for the chicken is $6.99 a pound. And then salmon, I could eat salmon maybe 7 days a week, but because it's $8.46 a package, it can't be done. So I got 2 packages. Both of them were $8.46. Now, in probably the last 2 or 3 years, a piece of salmon like this, and they'd only sell the farm raised. I wish I could get the wild, but there's nowhere around here that sells wild. So unfortunately, I go with this, and I don't like it, but I love salmon so much, and I refuse to eat it in a can or buy it in a restaurant, that I do buy these and have bought these for quite a while. A piece like this used to cost $4.89, $5.32. So yeah, the size is going down, the price is going up. Got some hamburger or ground chuck, and the per pound price is $4.99, so it's going down. That'll be 3 or 4 meals in that package. And then a whole chicken for Sunday's roast chicken dinner, and that was $10.51 with the price per pound at $2.49. The chicken weighs $4 pounds, 22. Is it 22 ounces? 4.22 pounds. So there we go. That is the meat we got, plus a package of lunch meat and 2 Braunschweiger. And that is all the meat we picked up. We have lots of vegetables from last year's farmers markets to go through, even some corn on the cob, and then of course we have about a 10 or 15 pound bag of potatoes in the fridge. So we're pretty stocked up on stuff for meals. And last but never least, we picked up some pantry items. So my husband likes to add this to water sometimes. So we got 2 of these at great value at Walmart for $1.88. And he has a track phone we got several years ago. So for minutes, so that he can use it every day and all year long. It takes about $80 a year. So once you get the phone, which I got it on a special deal for, I want to say, I think it was $14.99 2 or 3 years ago. Then it used to be $60 a year. Now it's $19.99 because these are good for 3 months, which gives us 9 months, and it also allows carryover. So as long as you get one more, you go on the track phone site and that, and you can get some more. And so it's 3 of these, so that's $60. And then on the site, you can usually get another extension, like for 2 months or something like that, 30 days or 2 months. It usually comes around $80 for 1 year of track phone use, and that's unlimited. The minutes and the texts pile up. So I think he's got like 3,000 minutes and 3,000 texts left. So it does us pretty good. And then I've got a smartphone for work. Kitty had to have his cat food. These are still 88 cents at Walmart. And then we went over to Aldi. My husband got his candy bars for a couple of months. Usually goes through 2 stacks of these a month. And he has for years. This is what he's trying to get away from by eating just salted peanuts or just plain peanuts. So we hope that will happen. We always get this at Aldi. What was it this year? When we first started buying, it was like 12 something, but now it's $6.99. Definitely, we used to get Flonase for $19.99 at Walmart. This is the exact same thing. So this is what he uses during heavy allergy season. And then we had bought him some ranch dressing at Walmart, a substantially smaller bottle than this, for like $2 something. This large bottle that's maybe, I won't say twice as big, but at least, you know, let me see how many ounces, 16, probably 8 ounces more, is $1.95. So we're definitely going to be buying his ranch dressing at Aldi. Forgot to add these in the produce at Woodman's, where I bought all the meat. Each bag was $2. So got some Pink Lady 3-pound bags for $2, and that's what we feed the bunnies. 2 apples a day, and we've got a lot of bunnies out there. They're keeping busy. So yeah, come spring they'll go find other places to live in that. But right now they enjoy these Pink Lady apples. Got a couple of bananas. Most of the bananas are in pretty rough shape. We got these at Walmart. And these at Walmart, these little ones were $2.36 or $2.38. I'm eating the little ones. And my husband got this for work. Each one lasts 2 weeks of work. And they were $3 something, $3.68 I want to say. So that's not bad for applesauce. And then where we picked up the meat, his Raisin Nut brand was in stock. So each 1 pound, or it's 20.8 ounce box, was on sale today for $2.50. So, and they've been going through those like crazy. I think we got the last maybe 3 boxes. They had 2 large displays. Lots of people must eat this. I've never ate cereal like this. I was always the kind that ate the cereal loaded with sugar. But over the last 10 or 15 years, I haven't been able to eat any cereals. So too many preservatives and additives and stuff. So that is what we picked up, just kind of to feed our rabbits and to feed our cat, and just a couple of pantry items. Then I went to Goodwill. And well, first of all, I bought this rag rug for downstairs. And that was $5.99. It's quite a big one. I think it's like 5 by 5 or something like that. It's big. And I like buying one of those every winter, and they're easy to wash. They're not overly heavy for our washing machine. And I've always bought this type of rug ever since I was a teenager. I got some books at Goodwill. This was 99 cents. This book was written in 1971, and I just loved it because it shows beautiful colored pictures and descriptions of flowers. So don't see something, usually get those great big heavy books. I really appreciate this. Had every single solitary flower and bulb. And it was done in 1971. It also talks about each flower. And so I really like that. It was $4.95 by Macmillan Color Series then. I got this one for 99 cents. I watched this series on TV, Olive Kitteridge. So I decided to get that book, read it, and I will pass it on to somebody who wants it. My husband used to be involved in dyes and stuff like that at work. They're a part for machinery, and he works with machinery. This is an old book. Somebody had it with the diagrams in it. I found it quite interesting because a lot of the words and a lot of the things he talks about are in this book, and I don't mind learning something new at my age, something that I'll never have any use for, but at least when he starts talking about things, I will kind of have an idea of what he's talking about. And this is I don't know when this book was made. No idea. It doesn't have any of that. Here it is. 1980. Written and illustrated by a dye maker and a dye designer. Written and illustrated. And then you can see down here that these guys are in the business for a long time. My husband got out of that, and then he's been in 5 different positions at his job. So there we have that book. And then Finding Freedom. Erin French is one of my favorite people in the world. I was part of her book launch for Finding Freedom. Got a signed copy and was able to be there with, I think, if I remember, her book launch had Ina Garten. So we had a nice Zoom call for the book launch, and Surprisingly enough, hers was 99 cents, so I hope she's selling them for a lot more than that because the book is just beautiful. She remade her life all the way from scratch. Single parent, alcoholism, and well, now she's a famous on is it Magnolia TV or HGTV or one of them? I've watched. I think she has 3 seasons of her show, and her second book is coming out. So absolutely love Erin French. Those are the books that I got, and the rug in my Goodwill haul, and that was it. Goodwill came to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this was $5.99. $10. I think it was $10.26 with tax. So not bad. That is everything that we got today. This is our grocery haul for the month, and I will have the totals because I haven't figured those out yet. We got home at almost 11 o'clock at night, and I like putting everything away, breaking down all the meat so everything is taken care of. I mean everything. And then I like to do all the wash, whatever wash we had for the day and what we wore, the clothes we wore. Obviously, our cat needs to be fed several times before he's happy and will go to bed. And he actually goes to bed when my husband does. And I make sure the refrigerator is clean. And then the last thing I do is I wash our kitchen. I wash out our sinks, wash off our countertops, and wash our floors. And then when I get up tomorrow morning and that, everything will be nice and clean, and there won't be all that kind of stuff to do. I just basically run myself into the ground tonight, and then I go to sleep, and I sleep for a good 8 hours, sound as can be. And when I wake up tomorrow, it'll be a new day with lots of good food to cook, to plan and to cook. And I will put a menu plan in this video, what we're eating in a week, and all the totals. Thank you for joining me here. If you like this kind of video, hit the subscribe button. I've got this type of video and more. Gardening, cleaning, organizing. We're getting ready to move. Budgeting, meal planning, building a pantry, refrigerator and freezer tours, and freezer challenges are just some of the type of videos that I plan on making. At least 1 video a week, sometimes 2 videos. My videos come out on Sunday. If I have an extra video, it comes out on Tuesday, and they usually both post at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I'm Kim. I'm grateful that you're here. I appreciate that you're here. Leave in comments what you're up to and what you're doing, what you're stocking up on, and I will comment back with you. Thanks again. Stay warm, stay safe, be well, and I'll see you next time. Okay, my thrift haul. Just went into the Goodwill, just looking for some like summer tank tops or stuff like that. They did have that kind of stuff, but you know, they're asking $6.99, $7.99 for a Walmart brand. No, I'll wait till things go on, you know, deep clearance before I do something like that. So I got some plates, Warren Kimball barn plates. These are probably like a, I don't know, a 6-inch plate, 6-inch in diameter plate that somebody had hanging on their wall. So they came with hangers, plate hangers. So we got this barn and this barn, round barn. We have a barn just like this barn in this area. And then this barn. You know, I being a gal that grew up in a farm and that, surrounded by barns, and also a lover of folk art. Warren Kimball was like the granddaddy of folk art, or one of them. I had to have them, just had to. I'm hoping, I know that when we get our home, these will look really nice on the walls. Well, I have some other Warren Kimball art that I'm waiting to hang up when we get our home, so these will fit in perfect. And each one of these plates, even though they're not in brand new condition, they were on somebody's wall for probably 20 years, were $1.99.